Planners JBR presents Cruise Ship for Rookies.
This is a question. Most people have always heard the term muster. What is a mandatory muster?
Well, you gotta know how to put the condom on your hot dog at Sea Dog.
Oh yeah, no, not mustard.
Oh, it's a mandatory evacuation drill, and there's placards in your cabins that say where you're supposed to go. You don't have to take life jackets and stuff, but obviously we all remember the Titanic. There's never been, other than the coast. Well, I better not say. So the muster drill is just to get you aware of, in the event of an extreme emergency, which very rarely happens, what to do next.
More like as on a plane.
Yes.
Life preservers
and underneath your seat, and all that kind of
What
stuff.
if I don't want to go to it?
Well, they will check your room.
Oh, they will.
Absolutely.
So it is mandatory.
It is mandatory.
And that can't be that big a deal.
No, it's
But I imagine the people that work on the ship are right there. They'll help you.
There's lots of people in every section, and it's kind of like that with the airplane. They'll show you how to put on the life vest and all that kind of stuff too. Yeah.
Speaking of checking in and all this, what about my luggage? I mean, does it from the airport to the ship? How does it get there? Do I gotta get it, or does that part of the travel?
That's part of your transfer stuff that I arrange. So when they pick you up from, if you went down a day early, the transfer vehicle, whether it's a big van, a minibus, or a full-size bus, depending on the group size, they'll put your luggage away, stow it till you get to the ship. Once you get to the ship, you check your ship, keep your carry-on bag, because you never can get to go right into your room when you first get there.
Right.
Okay, that's when you do your ship exploration. That's when you have lunch. Then they'll announce when you can go to your room. And sometimes it takes several hours for the luggage to show up in your room. But
that's one thing, is like you said, the carry-on, and that's one thing I've know when I travel. Take your medications on your carry-on,
mm-hmm.
and you can't just, because like at home I set up my medications a month ahead of time. You can't do that. You got to take, especially you're going out of the country.
Yes, you have to make sure they're in the bottle that was prescribed that has a description of what it is. You can't put them in a bag. Oh, yeah, apparently I got 50 different pills there, but no, you can't. And that's, again, you brought up a good point about going out of the country. Another question I get is, do I need a passport?
Yep.
It really depends on where you're going. My best answer for that is just get one. They last for 10 years. And it's the easiest way to get from place to place. Even if you're just going to Canada, if you got a passport, just get the passport. Take the time that it requires to go get the passport. Everybody recognizes that. Not everybody recognizes a license with a birth certificate.
And it's really not that hard, because I mean, we got a passport and we went to our local post office.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't say local, the next village over 8 miles away, and they did it right there.
Yeah, it's not that difficult to do.
Being on ship, are my meals included, including snacks and room service?
Yeah, we had a question about that all-inclusive cruise thing. It's not really considered an all-inclusive thing, because most of the time your drinks are not included. You can, if you don't go with under a promotion that provides the beverage package, you either have to buy a soda card, which so that you can get unlimited sodas, or you have to buy the ultimate beverage package, or whatever that particular ship happens to call it, and where you can get alcoholic drinks up to $12, or any drink below that marker. So you can get coffee and you can get juices. Juices actually are available all the time. They have juice machines every place, ice cream machines every place, just about. And room service is free.
Okay.
So a lot of my clients like to get a balcony cabin, order their breakfast in the morning, sit out on the veranda with their coffee and their breakfast, take their time getting ready in the morning, because they have their own shower, instead of running up and bumping elbows with everybody at the buffet line.
Is bottled water
Bottled water has a charge.
It is a charge.
It is a charge.
Now,
That falls under the soda package, though.
what if I took a bottle? How's the water, like for tap water? If I just had a bottle?
No, I wouldn't do it. However, there's most of the cruise lines will allow you to bring water in. However, Carnival has just implemented a policy because people were putting stuff in the bottled water, in the bottles, you know, alcohol. So they won't let you do that anymore. However, they will sell you a case for just what it costs you. They're not making money on that one.
So you said that they do have like a card, you drink card,
Mm-hmm,
which is a good deal because I know, like, I won't mention it, but a world famous resort, you can get free soft drinks if you stay on site at the hotels, but you can't in the park. And I always said, I would pay the extra for the card where I could go, if I'm in the park, I can just show the card and I got the drinks too.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game that we'll get into sometimes because there's multiple levels of dining and service package with this particular place you're referring to. But that's another reason why you book with a person like me, because I know all those little details.
Okay, where do I go to eat the meals? I mean, I take it there's more than one like restaurant or whatever on board?
There's a lot, usually. There's usually 2 main dining rooms, 1 buffet area, and multiple specialty dining rooms. So, and that also gets back to one of these things that people ask about being over. I feel like I'm going to run into people. I don't want to go on a cruise. There's 3,000 people on one ship. I'm going to be bumping elbows. They're spread out all over the place. I mean, I've gone on cruises before in a group and haven't seen people that's in my group until we get together to go on an excursion. So the buffet area is complimentary, and there's usually 2 main dining halls or centers that are complimentary. The specialty dining places, like a steakhouse or a sushi bar, you know, things like that, El Cappuccino or whatever. There's Italian. There's a lot of different things like that. Usually require a $25 to $35 cover charge. However, if you go with Norwegian, I'm pumping them because they have got the best deal going on right now. With where you can choose from 5 different things, including a specialty dining, where you don't have to pay that cover charge.
Okay, you said like with the meals, do I have to dress up? Suit and tie, black tie?
It depends. On a 7-day cruise, there's usually at least 1 formal night. You don't have to take a tux. You don't have to do that. Most of the dining facilities are, if it's the buffet, you just don't show up in your swim shorts with the, bare chested and that kind of thing. So there is, we got a problem over there, but we can just go on with the others for now.
Yeah.
So no, it's country club casual to the dining areas, except which means like a pair of khakis and a polo shirt for a guy. Okay. No cutoff jeans, no that kind of stuff. Ladies can wear pantsuits, that kind of thing. Slacks with a blouse. On formal nights, there's a tie required. If you don't, to be perfectly honest with you, Barb and I don't usually do those because it does take up more space in your suitcase. Yeah. Which we're going to talk about that, what to pack kind of stuff in a little while. But generally speaking, just keep country casual in mind, and you'll be safe at all of them.
Okay. I don't have to then go to like I do on a 7-night. If it's like the dress up thing, I don't have to then attend.
Nope, just go to the buffet area.
Okay.
Dinner there, or do room service.
Main question: what is there to do on the ship?
Lots. There's over 200, yeah. 200 things going on all the time. Yeah, these ships are like 1,000 feet long with 12 to 14 different decks. There's something going on all the time. If you like to gamble, there's a casino. If you like to swim, there's multiple pools. One of the big things that I get from newlyweds, well, we don't want to go on a cruise for our honeymoon. We just got married and we want some privacy. First of all, the first couple of days, we're not going to see you probably anyways. You're never leaving the room. Right. So that's what the room service is for. After a few days, you want to get out and explore stuff. There's also a Serenity deck on almost every cruise line that's 21 and over with change lounges, hammocks, stuff like that. No kids, got your own pool, got your own whirlpool. You go back there and veg. How about doing a couples massage? at the spa. You know, how about doing a elegant dinner for just you and the wife, or you two in one of the specialty shops. You know, there's all kinds of stuff to do like that. What about the kids? I can tell you that we've been on cruises so many times, and I wonder, is this just an all-adult cruise? Because all the cruise lines have some kind of program for kids all the way from 2 months old to 18. So they're doing things all the time, and they're not out pestering the heck out of the adults.
Speaking of that, let's do that. Say if we're which I'm not, a young couple who's got kids, say 6, 7, and we wanted the night out. Do they have like babysitting or?
Well, they only charge for babysitting if they're infants, because they all, like I said, they all have some kind of program for young people from 2 to 18. Like a Carnival, they have, in a lot of ships, they have Dr. Seuss, and they do Seussapalooza parades. They have green egg and ham breakfast. You know, they have all that kind of stuff. But everybody's got something. You know, everybody has something going on. So they can be like the young teens and that. They have scavenger hunts for that group, right, from 6 to 11. You know, so what you can do, you can get them into the program. You register them when you get on the ship or ahead of time online, so that you already know that they're going to be off and they're going to be attended by and supervised by adults, so that you can do what you want, you and the missus, and they'll hook you up so that you have dinner together.
You said they have like shows, like variety shows and that.
Yeah, they have Broadway type shows all the time.
Now, how do I get tickets to that, and do I have to pay extra for those?
No, not always. Some. It depends on what it is. Most of them are complimentary. The comedy clubs on all the ships are complimentary. Most of the entertainment is complimentary. There are on some ships, like we're going in 2 weeks on the Norwegian Getaway, and they have 2 shows that you do have to pay for. They're really, really high-end, big-time name kind of thing. Or sometimes they have, like on Royal Caribbean, they have this theater, they got the ice skating rink. There's, like, that goes back to what's there to do kind of thing. But almost everything, and like I said, they don't really call it all-inclusive because of the drink factor. But it is. I mean, there's a gym there. So you get a week's gym membership. All the food, unless you go to a specialty dining restaurant, is free. Obviously, your room is, I shouldn't say free, it's part of that cruise package, of course. But if you want to get off the ship and want to go to excursion, then of course that's an extra, but I do that as well.